no panic in there, you know. No, there wasn't any panic as far as, oh man, a letdown or anything like that. I mean, we have played in tight games all year, and I don't see that changing. I mean, I'm about ready to throw them some type of item out there. Say, hey, listen, if we win a game by more than 5 runs, then you get like a steak dinner. I mean, because at this particular point, that hasn't happened. As a somewhat of a joke, but at the same time, I mean, we've come back. We have come back, and that's not really the issue. The issue is just playing as good a consistent baseball as we can. And tonight we didn't really do that, but when you're not playing good and you can win a game, you're going to take it. We're not going to apologize for it, that's for sure. But we do have to improve.
How tough a decision is it for you in the 9th inning there? You get the leadoff guy on. You got Hampson coming up. He's been stroking the ball. He almost hits one out to center, which I've never seen here at Blair. He hits one to the warning track there.
Yeah, he hit that ball.
So how tough is it when you got your best hitter up there with no outs in the 9th inning like that?
Well, I think you got a lot of options with him. You can push him, which could turn into a sacrifice, but it also can turn into a base hit. And so, but you're also going to play for the percentages too. If you like what you have behind, Dominguez is going to give you good at bat. I'm not saying he's going to get a hit, but he's going to give you a good at bat, and he did. Thus, he gave Rivera a chance to hit, and Rivera put together a good at bat. So, I think you can go one way or the other. Jesse has the authority to kind of do that, and I'm not hanging over his head as far as, hey, you need to do this or you need to do that. And you kind of got to understand your team and the situation and the matchup. So there's a lot of things but I would have no problem if Hampson hit either, or you hit and run with him, or you slash and run, or you slash, or you push and run. I mean, you can do so much with him because he can handle the bat, and he just happened to do a late show to first base, and it ended up paying dividends tonight. So.
And with his versatility, you moved him back into the leadoff spot. What kind of went into that decision, moving him from the 3-hole back to leadoff?
I just think your best hitter needs to hit as many times as possible. I mean, I don't think there's any two ifs, ands, or buts about that. I mean, he's our best player, he's our best hitter, and the more times we can get him up there, the better. I think we don't have a true leadoff type of hitter that has speed and can do a lot of other things and can really handle himself. If he had to hit, Garrett can do any of that. Garrett can hit anywhere in the lineup if you wanted to. But for us, it's the best situation based off the personnel that's around him, as much as it is, trying to get him up there. So, it's like what Hookie did with Almeida. I mean, It's what Skip Gillespie did with Sparks. I mean, you got to change things up. We don't have a lot of movement that we can do. And so if Hampson hits third where he did before, that's okay too. But he's been up in a lot of big situations. He had a chance to win the game against Santa Barbara. He's been up. I mean, you get him up 5 times, I'll take that.
And it seems like Rivera's really taken to the 3 spot. He's been, pretty consistent.
Yeah, he has been. He was really good against Santa Barbara, and he's putting together pretty good at bats. Real consistent at bats. So those 2 guys, and even Bishop too, has really kind of solidified, some areas for us. As far as some continuity, and so the chain doesn't. It's like a number 1 starter in the big leagues, right? You shouldn't go on a 5-game losing streak. You may lose 4, but when that number 1 guy gets out, you're going to get a good performance with the chance to get on a winning streak again. And the more guys you can have in your lineup, the less chain that breaks and you got to restart it again. So if we can get more production and more quality out of Servin and out of Bishop and out of Rivera and out of Hampson, then we'll be a more consistent team as far as making it a little bit tougher as time goes on. So, it's just, you just got to stay with them. I mean, I think that's the biggest thing. You just got to stay with them.